Wow. Okay. Hello, lollers. We are going to be rocking an Akali mid-game play today. A lot of people have asked for an Akali guide. I'm going to just try and play a few games with her. Honestly, I don't play much Akali, so this is going to be a little bit of a learning curve for me as well, but I figured we'd just play a gameplay. I'm not promising a win or a loss, but we'll just talk through some of the stuff I think about when playing a champ. I'm not really, I guess, super versed at, and then you guys can kind of learn along with me as we go. So Akali, the big thing is, obviously, in terms of maximizing your damage, is going to be this Assassin's Mark. So when we do manage to hit an ability on a champion, we're going to want to see if we can proc that mark off. That's going to do some damage, and then I believe it still also regenerates some of our... No, I don't think it does anymore. Okay, alright, well.
Let's do this.
Laning phase, we're against a Katarina, so I don't think we want to push too hard because I'm pretty sure until we get our smoke, we might lose trades. But if she steps up, she's still melees. I'm going to try and hit her with my Q and then maybe pack a little bit of a auto proc on her. So that ring there is the part about really playing Akali well. You got to make sure you can try and get that passive proc off on them. But we'll see. I mean, I'm probably gonna just try and play pretty straightforward and poke her when she goes for like auto attacks like that on minions and force her to use her Q. But the lack of sustain on Akali makes me worry about actually picking up a lot of damage.
Watch your back.
And then with our E, we'll try and poke with our E when we can. Running electrocute for the runes this game. So just stuff like that, right? Like if we can poke. I think autoing with that mark gives us some passive energy back. But yeah, early on, I think the big thing with Akali that you have to learn to do well is just force people off of minions like that by threatening them with your Q. So she's better into melee style matchups, right? So you just threaten them like that, and then you get an empowered auto off with your passive, and just kind of play it slow like that. I'm saving my smoke and my E in case a gank comes. Later when this lane starts to bounce back towards me, I might hard shove this now. You want to use your E, I think, aggressively. You E in, and then you get an auto off, and then you just try and Q auto, and then W and end the trade. I think that's how you basically play this champion. So you can see there again, just a little bit of a poke with the Q auto. That's all you're looking to do if you can get it. Take a turret shot if you can too. And then that wave will bounce back out. As that's bouncing back out, we're going to go up to help Kayn here, just in case the jungler tries to come and help. And then just get some vision. Their jungler still hasn't even got to their chickens, so they might be doing a full clear bot side. You can see here now, as this wave starts to push back out, if I can land an E on her once she's out of turret range, I'm going to E her, and then E in, land an auto, and then Q auto one more time and put the smoke down and see how the trade treats me. So here, land that E, auto Q, and then just back out. That's like perfect trade with Akali. If you can land that E, that's the basics. Of course, there's tons of other crazy stuff you can do with this champion in terms of putting smoke down, using the E with the smoke. Like, I'm not going to worry about that because I honestly am not good enough to do that with this champ. You have to pour a lot of games in this champ to play her well and have that comfort level, and I just haven't. So we're just going to play her basic level and see what happens this game. I'm not using my Q to shove this wave because then that's going to reduce my ability. So here you can see I'm just going to use the smoke right away just to evade that gank. That's the beautiful thing with Akali. You can E or W to avoid a gank. And that's also why I wouldn't recommend pushing too many lanes. So here you get that auto Q if you can. We can't get the auto most times. She's respecting our damage and she just kind of backs off. Going to E away so we don't take too much minion aggro here.
Don't hold back.
An ally has been slain.
And we're running Door and Shield as a starting item here, just because, again, my comfort level on Akali isn't the greatest, so I'm just wanting to make sure I have a little bit more sustain in lane. I'm going to check to see if she's leaving. She was trying to. Kind of sucks that I miss out on some of these last hits, but I don't know if she wanted to leave on purpose or not. Put a ward just in case Kindred comes back. Oh, if that E hit, that would have been a nice trade. Okay, here I think because this is a big wave, I actually want to shove this now. So I'm going to use my double Qs when I can here and just shove this in. We're level 6, so we have some all-in pressure now.
Well, you aren't much of a
My
challenge.
combo with Akali level 6 is going to be disgusting, so don't flame me guys in the comments if you're a Akali main or you play her a lot. It's not going to be clean. All I know is you want to try and use this after you land an E in the most basic way. So you're going to E in, right, and then you land it, and then you try and R as well. I think she's trying to back, so you can see here again, I'm just going to use a few Qs and try and shove this in, get a cleaner back off. Just try and force her to stay in lane. See Kindred up there. I'll just leave now, force her to pick up that wave. She's at half health actually, so the more we stay in this lane, the better it is for us. Like, I'm just going to stay because she's forced to stay and we have a health advantage, which is always nice. And I think if you stand right at the, right in that minion line, you can actually land the Q through everything. So that would be the best way to use it. She might get cheeky and try and E in on that here. So we're going to shove this in. I'm going to use my E to try and just get a little bit of poke on her. I'm not going to take it, obviously, under tower. But I'm just going to try and get a little bit of poke on her. If that Q hit, that would have been nice. Bot's missing, top is preoccupied, and Kindred might gank us. I'm going to play towards my ward at the top here. I'm actually going to save some energy just in case I need to all in this cat. Oh, this is bad, this is bad. Wow, I can't believe Kindred was sitting there that long just waiting for us. Very unfortunate. But we dodged everything. We didn't even have to use any sums, so that's good. So yeah, I'd say like right now, just in terms of like some of my initial thoughts on playing Akali, obviously like the gank escape is very good with her. We've escaped all kinds of ganks very, very easily by just pressing W and E. So that's really good in lane. Like I would use those wisely to escape some ganks. But if we're going to be trading harder, you could use those to trade and then disengage like we did on a few of those other trades where we E in and then Q and then just W to disengage. But Katarina's playing so friggin' safe. We're destroying her in the farm department anyway, which is good. Okay, Riftmaker or Night Harvester. So this is Omnivamp, that's multi-kill. I'm just going to go with this because I actually want some Omnivamp. Again, it's probably more to do with me personally not being super confident on Akali that I'm doing this. But the E and the W you can use to help you get back to lane a little bit faster. You have some move speed in the W, and that E dash will just help you get back to lane that much quicker. So we'll come back in here.
We're gonna do this my way.
And maybe we'll try and look for a kill if she lets us. She's been playing quite passively as a Katarina, which has been surprising. But again, I'm going to freeze it here, so once she steps up, I can maybe walk ahead of this minion line and try and land an E. They're actually going to Dragon, so I should probably push this now. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So let's push this out here. And then I'm going to try and go help these guys. I could have them coming up towards me here through this bush, so I'm just going to ward here. Are they going to do Dragon? Nah, they're coming for me. I think you max out E second. That didn't hit. Okay, it's just Katarina actually, so... Wow, that didn't hit her, eh? She's got a huge wave to deal with now, so this is a really good time for us to actually roam bot here. We're going to save our W for a disengage and then just roam around in team fight if we can grab their attention. And then if I can actually R onto somebody, I will play pretty aggressively just because I'm looking for kills. So you can see here. There we go. And then we have the second R here for the dash. I'll just use it to dash up to this Katarina in case she decides to go in and do something crazy. But that was pretty easy, guys, right? So you can see there, I just used the ult aggressively. Again, probably not the greatest micro in the world on Akali, but I'm just trying to play her at a basic level and look for the opportunities where we know we're going to have success. So here again, I'll try and poke her under tower if she's not going to use her Q. And then that was a really bad E, but I was just using it to get away from her dagger. And then if I hit, maybe I go in and do my combo again.
Rampage.
So the trade pattern really becomes you wait every 10 seconds and try and, I think, fish for E's. Obviously, as you get more powerful, you can probably just Q and W to get them. So like, the more powerful you get, you can just W maybe, and then force them off waves like this. Get some shoves, and then do whatever you gotta do. But when your W's on cooldown, obviously, you have to be very careful. I would not recommend having your E and your W on cooldown at the same time. Gonna head up to Darius here. I don't know if he has it warded. Again, we're gonna try and open up the combo the same way we always do. Land an E,
On the human body.
and then go in and auto Q, and then follow it up with our W to disengage. So here, he's gonna try and run. I don't know if Urgot's used his E or not yet. I'm saving my E because I really want to make sure we can catch him before I miss it. So here, you can see there, and then we're just gonna W. I'm probably dead. I still have flash though, so I can flash over this wall and just disengage. Hopefully nobody chases me here. We're just gonna recall here. Yeah, kind of unfortunate that Kindred was there too and our jungler couldn't get there to help us 3v3 that. We tanked a lot of damage early, but we'll just get out of there.
Magic's fine.
Okay, E and W back to lane. Just keep doing what we're doing, guys. So, right, like, this isn't a performance because we're not really affecting any other lanes, and this is going to be a lot of probably the games that you guys are going to be up against, and that's fine. Just make sure you understand that if you're practicing a champ like we are here, it's not your job to really carry. You're just trying to understand some of the dynamics of the champ, how to trade, maybe some general movements, like we did pick up a kill when we moved towards Dragon, right? So that's a good roam by us. We shoved, just general stuff like that where you're pulling good fundamentals off. So here, wow, that E actually dealt a good amount of damage. Alright, so is that just an EQ now is 40% her. So, you know, we're not forcing things early, we're just playing towards normal power spikes. Wow, that deals a lot of damage actually. Easy, right? So we really helped make that happen by just E'ing, autoing with the empowered auto, pressing a few Qs on her. You can see it's starting to add up now, right? So I would just recommend, especially if you're picking up a champ or just learning one or you're having trouble, play the game a little bit slower. Pick one trading pattern that makes sense to you, that's easy to execute, and play around that. Don't try and force anything outside of that.
No more manipulation or masters.
Alright, so see here, we shoved a wave, bot's overextended. Like with any mid lane champ, we would potentially do this roam, so we're going to just start to head down bot. I think we should just engage on this Darius, to be honest. I have ult, I have ignite, so I'm just going to ping that I'm going in hard. Ideally, I look for Lucian here. Oh, almost got a triple. That was pretty good by us. I was just smashing my keyboard, to be honest. I think the R was a bit clunky. I probably could have used it a little bit better, and same thing with the E to close distance. But guys, for not even knowing really how to play a champ, we're spitting out a lot of damage, and we have a 6-to-1 KDA right now. So I'm pretty happy with this. Couldn't really explain how to play that situation better, but I can tell you that, again, I just approached it with landing an E, landing an auto, landing a Q, landing an auto, and then whipping in some R's in between there. That's like my general advice right now. And I'm not lying, like I really don't play this champ at all since they reworked her, so this is completely new to me. I'm literally just playing it step by step in my head of what makes sense for this champion. So if you guys are picking her up, just do the same thing.
Enemies, so many knives.
We're much stronger than Katarina. She's 0-2. We have a full Riftmaker, so I'm just going to start to look for Q autos on her, and I'm going to save my E and my W just to disengage, right? Like, that's all I'm going to do now, right? If two people come, I'll E out like this. I'm not going to jump in because she went to tower. But, like, really, we're just going to look to Q auto people down now. We have some Omni Vamp from the Riftmaker, which is what I wanted, so that I have a little bit of flexibility to actually misplay as I learn this champ, and then just auto and get some health back and use Qs.
The words on their tombstones.
But these guys are even scared to step up to me 2v1 right now. So I'm going to walk down towards Drag, looking for that Lucian, or basically anybody I can get my hands on. I do have ult, so if someone goes in, I'm going to try and go in as well. Okay. These guys are playing quite safe, which kind of sucks as an assassin. It's not really giving me too much opportunity to go in. But I think here... No, that was a really bad E by me. Again, so I'm just going to wait now 7 seconds before I do anything too crazy. I'm going to shove this in, though, because I want to start to roam top. I see some action going on up there, so I'm just going to see if I can get up here and maybe help this guy. I'm going to ping that I'm coming this way. Probably won't matter. But if Kindred doesn't have ult, I may be able to pick somebody up here. I'm going to use the blast cone to actually scare them. Oh wow, yeah, they're kind of scared, so they're going to run right now. We should be able to stop this rift, which is going to be nice. I don't know why the back isn't opening up. There we go. Just help out Urgot here. We got a lot of people coming. I don't think I can outplay 3 people, unfortunately. I probably won't try it here. Let that crash. I'll use my W under tower in case people get crazy here. Alright, just E out. Nothing crazy. Didn't even have to use my W for that. Pantheon got a couple flashes out. I'm just following up right now. Wow, he's going. Ooh. Might have taken that E if Pantheon was tanking. It's another 8 seconds till it's up, but I think we can Q poke here. I have R to potentially get out of a situation. So just see what these guys decide to do. Oh, that didn't hit him? Wow.
They can't stop me.
I actually don't want to let them back here. Yeah, I don't want to let them back, so I just want to see if I can catch somebody with my E. The longer I keep them here, the more Draven can do down there without any trouble. And these guys are definitely diveable, so...
I can do this all day.
I don't know if we can dive them, but they are diveable. I'm not autoing him because I knew that we might draw tower aggro there. Okay. Probably go in on this, but no, probably not worth. Ooh, that's a nice knockup actually. I'm playing it slow here. You can see I'm not just diving in. I want to make sure someone else still tanks damage, even though I have my W to disengage it. And Draven's doing work for free, right? Like, we're just keeping people busy. You can actually soak up a lot of attention as Akali, from my understanding, of just pressing smoke screen and being annoying with your E. That's what I'm trying to do here. It's almost like playing a Shaco, where a lot of your value actually isn't even in killing people straight up. It's just making them preoccupied with you and wasting stuff on you. They missed a lot of farm for that mid lane. See, Katarina is still here.
Don't waste anger.
Just don't want to catch one of those daggers. Ah, that missed him. Love a chance to R in, but we just can't find it right now. Don't want to let her back for free, so I'm going to just keep this shoving. I don't see anybody coming for me. Okay, wait. Why did I see somebody on tower even though she just moved? What was that about? We're not going to get greedy here. I don't know where anyone is, if they're coming up to Rift or not. Everybody else is missing on the map. There could be like 3 people under me here on Rift.
Fine.
Just put a ward down over here. Just to, yeah, there. Oh my god, are we alive? Oh, baby, we're alive! So that's a good example of how you can use your R to escape there. The second part of it, you can dash over pretty much anything. The first part you have to use on champ, so I use it on Katarina just to get through and create some space, and then I R'd over the wall in the second part there. Okay, so we got a full pair of boots. I think we pick up this next. This is going to, again, just provide me a little bit more survivability. Lucian solo here, bot lane. I won't be able to kill him because he's probably going to back off after he shoves, but I can still pick up this whole wave of farm. It would be great if we could find picks, but right now they've kind of been clustering under tower and playing very, very safe. So again, I'm going to let the game come to me. I don't want to play too crazy and force things and die. I think I have a bounty. Yeah, I have a 150 gold bounty, so there's no point in dying for no reason. If I find someone that's killable, we're going to go for it. And I think with Akali's R, I remember it being on a lot longer cooldown. It seems very short right now, so that means that, you know, every minute or so you can try a big play. Just wait for your cooldowns before you do anything too crazy. Dragon's up, right? So here we have all our cooldowns, we have stopwatch. We'll go pretty crazy here if they try and contest this dragon. Looks like we'll get this no problem, so I'm just going to go back down and push. I want to keep my gold income up and my minion CS high. It really also sucks that you can't one-shot a backline of minions. Okay, I'm going to push one more wave, and then I'm going to go and flank. But they're doing a good job, so I don't even think I need to flank, so this could just be a good push here. So try and walk into the melee line and then Q through everything if you can. Okay, so we got people coming at me now.
No more meditation or masters.
We're gonna see if we can run this out. I have flash, so I don't think these guys will be able to catch me, and my team's here, so I think we're out in time. So you can see that's what I mean about just being annoying, right? Like there was 3 people chasing me there, and because of my E and W, that's a lot of utility in terms of being able to escape and cause some havoc.
It's about who's doing the dying.
Ooh, that didn't hit. Alright. These guys step out, I'll try something I think maybe. So here's something you can do if you want to really go crazy. You put your smoke down, you E out, and then you can just E back to your smoke like that, right? So that's almost like a Yone style play, a little bit more advanced. I wouldn't recommend trying that in too many situations, but if you're fed, you can drop the smoke, E out of it, run to wherever you want to do, R, Q, all that kind of stuff, and then just E back to your smoke for safety. So we'll try that here on Lucian if he stays. Oh my gosh, the auto attack damage is so little.
It's not the killing I'm about. It's the cause.
Alright, once you push those waves past halfway, again, general rule of thumb is just to try and group with your team, flank, do stuff mid with them while there's a couple people, you know, preoccupied here. So we see Katarina is here, these guys are there. I'm going to try something if I can get it. Couldn't land the E, so that's fine. Wish somebody picked up that wave mid though, that's a lot of gold that we just missed out on. Nothing really to fight for on the map right now. What the hell? Where was my cursor on that? Okay, if we don't make something happen here, probably just going to recall and spend this gold, but let's see if we can make something happen top. So here we got the second part of our R still. Okay. Had to use a couple sums to get that, but we got it, which was nice. And we got an assist on there as well, so... I mean, Arcadia is really good. I think we're doing a really good job playing Akali here as kind of a newbie Akali. Ooh, we landed that E too, so that's another assist for us. We could have actually got that kill. It's a kill steal, potentially. I think that's going to be game, guys. So, I mean, like, hopefully this was easy to follow along in terms of playing Akali for the first time. We'll take a look at the damage numbers in a second, but I'm happy with that. In terms of the damage, yeah, you know, 4th highest in the game, pretty decent. Could have done some better engages there in the mid game, I think, and just forced some tower dives, but I'm not too comfortable on the champ, to be honest, right now. So, again, just playing safe and playing towards some very simple trading patterns, but yeah, let me know if there's any questions from that guide and how you guys roll with Akali. I'll catch you in the next one.